in today's pick a card reading, we're going to go over what people are saying about you these days. When you come up in conversation, what is talked about. If you've been around, feel free to skip straight to your reading and I will see you there. If you're brand new to this channel, I warmly welcome you to this community. My name is Jacey. I'm an energy reader, and this channel is all about connecting with your highest divine self. And if you're also completely new to pick a card readings on this lovely YouTube land, all you have to do is pick a number between 1 over here, 2, 3. So whatever deck you're most drawn to, 1, 2, 3, go down to the description box below. Click on the timestamp correlating to the number that you've chosen, and that is where your reading will start today. And without further ado, let's start with pile number 1. Pile number 1, how are we all doing? Welcome to your reading. We're going to find out what people are saying behind your back. I'm not sure why this topic is so popular on my channel. I'm sure many of you guys have noticed that have been watching my videos over the last few years. I sometimes do topics that please the algorithm, and this topic is one of them. So here we are, one for the YouTube gods. If you're looking for private readings, you can find that in the description box below, where my Etsy shop link is there. What are people saying behind pile number 1's back? What do they say when you're not in the room? Pile number 1. They actually have a lot of positive things to say about you, pile number 1. When you're not in the room and they talk about you, like, oh, pile number 1, they're so free-spirited, they're so fun to be around, and they feel so carefree, and, you know, I've had so many good memories with pile number 1, like this and that, and then they start going into stories of good experiences with you. We also have, okay, you guys are really good with your emotions. As in, you're able to tune in to what the truth of how you really feel. And I'm saying that as a specialty trait of yours because it is a unique trait of yours. Some people are not able to be honest about how they feel and say it how it is based on how they feel. You know, there are certain levels of degrees of filters that people, I don't know, have built up to have, whereas you guys are very transparent in how you feel. When people are hanging out with you, they know that you're gonna speak your mind, and they have experienced the wrath of your emotions before. I feel like some people have said something like, pile number 1, if they have something to tell you, they're gonna tell you. So watch out for that. You do not have to worry about them not telling you how they feel, because they just will. They see you as someone that's successful. You know, when I feel into your energy and what people say when you're not in the room, is they speak highly of you. It's admirable. They're like, pile number 1, they made this super successful business and now they're doing so well. It's this admiration and conversations of your successes. I feel it's a clean energy when it comes to what people are saying behind your back. That you guys are hardworking. We have the Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot. You guys are fair. You guys know what's right and wrong. You guys have a very clear head of what is, you know, there's some things in life that are obviously wrong and some things that are obviously the right thing to do. And you guys simply know what the right thing to do is. You are, you're really upfront about how you feel about things. It almost feels like that Aries kind of energy where, okay, I need airplane mode, my phone. All right, so Chariot, yeah, hardworking. Pile number 1 is so hardworking. And at the same time, you know, you like to go with the flow of life at the as well. You guys aren't super rigid. I don't see that people feel like you're workaholics. I don't feel like it's that level at all. But when it comes to you building your success, you know, I think of someone that has maybe even created a business and sold it, and now you're making a new business and that's going really well. And they love witnessing that. You know, when I'm tuning to this energy of conversations behind your back and when you're not in the room, I feel like these are conversations said between friends and people that respect you. You guys are rolling around in your dough. You have obtained, again, success is being emphasized here, so people like to talk about that because they admire that and it has influenced them and it has inspired them, the world. So, you know, people say like pile number one, they're going through the ebbs and flows of life and you have matured very gently, and they love seeing the way that you handle things as well. Because you're not super rigid, you still like to go out and about and have the fun that you want to have. And you know, sometimes you take working super hard a little bit too far. And only sometimes though. If they were to have something to say about something that's not like fully positive, it would be that pile number one, they work too hard, and it's kind of for selfish reason too, because they think that they want to spend more time with you, but instead you're spending all that time working on your projects. So it's not really even that negative, it's that they want to spend more time with you, and so much so that they even ask other people like, have you seen pile number one? I haven't seen pile number one in 2 weeks. And they start to get a bit insecure and think about, ooh, is she mad at me? Stuff like that. But no, you're just simply getting stuff done. I see you as a type of person that is able to get stuff done as well. Even if it's annoying or even if it's difficult to get things done, you guys are able to get it done. Some people face some hardships, some obstacles on the road, and they just simply call it a day, but you guys don't. Pile number one, people have talked about how you are able to complete things, and you have been praised when you're not in the room. People have talked about how pile number one, they know how to, if you need to get that done, you know, look for pile number one. They'll help you get it done. Or, you know, even if it's not them recommending you to people, it's them using you as an example, as a good example. People, when you're not in the room, they say how good you are at walking away from things. And I feel like this is coming from X energy, where exes have said like, when we broke up, they were gone. We don't talk anymore. I know we broke up recently, but we have not talked since then. And in some other cases, we haven't talked in 8 months. It's been silent. She is so moved on. And that's what the thought is when it comes to that. When people say, or when people talk about you when you're not in the room, you know, they see you guys as visionaries. You know, pile number one, they have a huge plan. They have this idea that they want to manifest into reality. They are people that will make it happen no matter what. They've been successful in the past, and so they will be successful in the future. That's the tone of most conversations that happen behind your back when it comes to stuff about you. So that is the reading I have for you guys, pile number one. I hope you enjoyed it. Help me boot that like button if you did, and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. I post every single week, and I'll see you in another one. Bye for now. Hello, pile number two. How are we all doing? let's find out what people are saying behind your back. I'm sure you guys have noticed that sometimes I pick topics that please the YouTube gods. And for some reason, this topic on my channel seems to do well. So here we are, pleasing the YouTube gods. So pile number 2, what people say when you're not in the room. Let's find out. If you're looking for private readings, you can find that in my Etsy shop in the description box below. Oh, pile number 2, people absolutely adore you. I don't know who you are, and I don't know what's going on with you and the type of energy that you've made for yourself or born into, but pile number 2, when you're not in the room, people have nothing but good things to say about you because you give off this mother energy, and people love that mother nurturing energy. You have really good people around you as well, I gotta say, because when they talk about you, they get all gushy faced and they adore you, they admire you, and they find you as someone that is so nurturing and so caring. They almost like this Mother Teresa kind of energy. You have the Grandmother of Jesus card, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Oh, and so pile number 2, they're just really good at making you feel at home. They're so good at being a caring friend. They are someone that makes a good friend, and I think pile number 2 would become such an incredible mother. That's one thing that's coming up really heavily here as well. You are a family person. People talk about that. People say that you have closer relationships with your family, that you care about your family. Star mother, how can you mother yourself? So one thing that the flip side to all of this is that people do talk about, you know, how is pile number 2 doing? I'm a little worried because they're so generous all the time and so nurturing and so giving to us, but are they taking care of themselves? That is something that came up at one point in time. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So pile number 2, they're very spiritual too. They're very in tune. You know, that mother energy, that grandmother energy, that's bottom line psychic, mother, intuitive feelings that you have for your communities, your family, your children, your close loved ones. Pile number 2, they're so creative and they're so good at dancing. They are someone that is so stable as well, because this mother energy, they have mothers, grandmothers, they have life figured out in a way. You know, they know how to take care of a family, they know how to make people feel good and welcomed and warm. That is the energy that you offer to people, and people can feel it so much, and it's so much so that they even talk about it. Pile number 2, what are people saying behind pile number 2's back? Oh wow, are you guys creating a community? So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys have your own Discord channel, or you guys are some kind of leader, or maybe you guys go to church and you're really good at creating, I don't really know what people do at church, but that came up. So maybe you guys are good at doing something there. And pile number 2, people that are no longer your friends or people that you no longer F with, they talk about you sometimes still to this day because you have created an impact in their life. You have inspired them in a very deep soul level way, where ever since you have interacted with them, their life has never been the same ever since. you have triggered people in a gentle way, and they just see the way that you love, and that in itself is so healing and so transformative. You have a massive heart. Just by you smiling at someone on the street creates this ripple effect of transformation. The word trigger is so heavy, I feel like, in today's conversations, but the way I'm using trigger can be a gentle thing as well. You can trigger people in gentle, subtle ways, if you know what I'm saying. So pile number 2, birthing a new age. You guys are great at creating things. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are dancers, artists, singers, foodies that are good at creating new dishes, something aesthetic, something. And if that doesn't resonate, there's the other side of this group, that you guys are community leaders, that you guys are the gel to some kind of a group, whether it's quite literally you're the gel to your direct family, you know, within your own space, but many of you guys are also the gel and glue to a community, or at minimum your friend group. Pile number 2. There's something about your energy when you're not in the room. People say, hey, pile number 2, they're powerful people. You cannot, don't mess with pile number 2. Like, you have people defending you too. Like, I will mess you up if you mess pile number 2 up in any way. Like, don't, like, you go through me before you go to them. Something like that. There is this defensive, protective energy that I sense that lingers around you too. Your name is highly divinely protected, and actually protected as well when it comes to people talking about you. Elephant spirit, of course. The elephant as an animal itself, they're very wise. They're very, very loving creatures, very wise, learn from the past. So I feel like it's more about the animal than the words on that card. Pile number 2. So people have crushes on you. Multiple people have a crush on you because your energies is so wife material. You simply have wife material about you. And take it however this resonates. If you're a guy watching this, then same thing. You also have this very nurturing, protective energy about you that people are drawn to. This is all still relevant to you, whether you're a guy or girl. And when it comes to, and you also have many crushes directed at you, as in people have a crush on you. I don't know why I had to say it like that. So, and people try to get a scoop on you, like what's pile number 2 like are you their friend, and they try to get with your friends to get closer to you. That also happens around you, I can see. People fantasize about a life with you. Like, you have a very ideal partner you have ideal partner attributes to you, where you are family oriented, you are community oriented, you have leadership qualities, you are super nurturing, you are very loving, you're very caring, you understand what it means to support a group of people, in this case the family. And if you're not putting your community energy into your family, then you definitely have a solid group of friends because of you, not because of anyone else but you, pile number 2. Passion, again, artists are in this group, painters, singers, writers, bloggers, fashionistas, writers, did I already say that? Passion, so people, what they say behind your back, Pile number 2 are very passionate about what they do, about their family. You know, it's all these great juicy things that you would want in a person that is motherly, more motherly than fatherly, but I just want to say, I want to include the fatherly energy, but it's more so, it's like 80% this nurturing, soft, motherly energy. And again, you can also be a guy and have this very deep, nurturing nature in you. It's actually very attractive in a man as a woman to have this deep, nurturing, caring aspect if you're a man. So this is all incredibly amazing things to be said if you are a guy watching this. This is actually really rare in men. Very ascended version of a man. Health. Mother Earth, sweet Mother Earth, bright, bring to me your health and might. Healing energy. This is healing energy. Divine feminine healing energy. So people even say spiritual stuff about you. Like, I feel like pile number 2 is so healing. I feel healed around her or him. And they're just a great person to see. So are you guys even readers yourself or healers of some kind? People have recommended you. People talk about you in that way in a professional sense, about recommending you to other people. So as the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I'm ready to receive my all. So you guys are juicy individuals that people just want to harvest all of you. But you know, you have your boundaries, so not everyone gets a piece of you. That's the reading I have for you guys, pile number 2. I hope you liked that. Help me boop that like button if you liked it, and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. I'll see you in another one. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 3. How are we all doing? Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. We're gonna find out what people are saying behind your back, what is being said when you're not in the room. And if you've been around for the last few years of this channel, you probably have noticed that sometimes I pick topics that please the algorithm. And this is one of those topics. I'm not sure why, but it just is. So here we are, pleasing the algorithm gods of YouTube. If you're looking for private readings, you can find that in the description box below, where you'll find my Etsy shop link. What are people saying behind pile number 3's back when they're not in the room? What is being talked about? Are you guys kind of introverted? Pile number 3, they like to keep to themselves. Don't waste your time. Don't waste their time. That's what's being talked about. You know, I feel like there's this heavy protective energy more than pile number 2. There was some protective energy in pile number 2, but pile number 3, like, it's heavy protective energy. People that are in your inner circle, they really guard you and protect you. Like, hey, do not talk any shiz about pile number 3, and then they get into like threatening energy. But mostly protective energy. You have good people in your circle, because something about you, pile number 3, they're really gentle, they're very soft, you know, they're so lovely to be around. They see you as cute. I want to say cute. Are you guys really adorable? Hummingbird, miracles. Yeah, something about you is so delicate. And pile number 3, they're a little bit sensitive, so sometimes that can happen where you show traits of oversensitivity. That's one thing that is talked about, and it's not bad or good. I feel like it's more neutral, just people point it out for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why they need to say that. Maybe they have experienced you be very sensitive, and it caught them off guard, and for some reason they feel the need to say it, warn other people about that aspect of you. But there's two opposing sides to you that people recognize. is that pile number 2, they can be feisty, and they're also really strong-headed. Like if you're gonna go after something, you're gonna go after it. Don't get in pile number 3's way. Please just save yourself and do not get in pile number 3's way. If she wants to get something, she's going to get it. And pile number 3, people have described you as someone that's very freedom loving. If you want to date pile number 3, and if you want to be on pile number 3's good side, you should just let them do what they want to do and never try to control them, because that's how you lose them. Conversations like that have been talked about when it comes to you guys, squirrel. Always prepared. I'm hearing that pile number 3, you guys have, pile number 3, they have a really good collection of something. Are you guys collectors of some kind? Whether it's anything, really. You can collect anything. Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You guys are collectors of something. Could be art, could be, you know, anything. And people have talked about your collection of your interior decor. People have talked about how beautiful your space is, like your home, your living space. People have talked about how you are very unique as a person. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future, and life will give you all you need. Yeah, it is that very focused, straight liner, beeliner kind of energy that you guys have. Pile number 3 that people like to mention sometimes when you're brought up into conversation, you know, pile number 3, they're very focused people. They like to, you know, get things done. They will, if they decided on something, they're gonna keep doing the thing. And, you know, you're not a pushover at all. Like pile number 3, they might seem sensitive and they might seem nice and they might seem like someone that you can take advantage of, I want to say, but people warn other people, like you can't do that. And you'll find out if you F around, you will find out, because you're really good at saying no. If you don't want something, you're just gonna say it. You know, you are someone that is able to say it how it is. Pile number 3. Also, I don't really feel, I'm actually having a little bit of difficult time figuring out what people are saying behind your back, because it's not huge conversations are said about you. Small little comments I see people do have when it comes to you guys. Like the energy of gossip around you is quite tamed. It's quite it's not a significant amount, which is good. You know, it's a drama-free lifestyle. It's you don't, like, gossip is not generally a good energy to have, period. So these are all, everything I'm picking up on, it feels like there's like a lightness to it. It's not heavy. People don't harp on it. People don't, you know, spend a long time going over these things. I feel like it was a little bit more intense in the first 2 piles, but you guys, is a difference in the energy that I'm picking up on. It feels light. It feels like not super serious. You know, these are comments that have been said about you. Absolutely. But it feels like people don't, I almost want to say that people are scared to talk too much behind your back, because they know that's not good karma, and you're probably going to find out, because you have a solid network of few connections where eventually you find out anyway if something has been said about you that is not in good light. That has happened in the past a few times where things have gotten back to you. There's this loyalty that people have towards you, which is amazing. That's great. You know, these things come back to you and they just don't want anything going back to you. People want to be on your good side. People do want to be on your good side. So other things that people say behind your back when they feel the need to talk about you when you're not in the room. People even straight up say like, hey, if you want to say something, say it directly to pile number 3. We don't need to talk about this when they're not in the room. There is that happens as well. Pile number 3, they are smart individuals. They have a good understanding and they have the lay of the land figured out. You know, it's almost like you guys have built this empire for yourself in a very soft, subtle way. It's interesting. There's two there's two very different sides to you where people see you as cute and adorable, sensitive, all those lovely little things that make you charming. And then you have this other side that's very all-knowing, all-seeing. You have very clear boundaries. You know, that's strong and very strong-headed too. You know, that horse, and you love your freedom. You're going to go after what you want to go after in this life with so much passion and so much conviction as well. Pile number 3, they're really good at overcoming obstacles. People have witnessed you go through trials and tribulations in life and you make it look so easy. That has been talked about. People, again, you are tapped in, tuned in to your connection to the divine and to yourself, and people can feel that. It's an energy that is undeniable when it comes to people, even things that people can pick up on and what people think about. You know, pile number 3, they are, you know, for some reason, if you say something about pile number 3 that is not in good light, they're going to find out. If that's not being said or talked about, then they have definitely thought that. So that's the reading I have for you guys, pile number 3. If you liked it, help me boop that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you in another reading. Bye for now.